Well, good afternoon, everyone. We have made it to the closing session of the EdCollab gathering for fall 2018. Thanks to all of the presenters, thanks to all of you for joining us this morning. It's been an inspiring day, and the great thing is all the sessions are recorded. So if you missed some of the live sessions or you want to see some that you were maybe in a different session, you want to see that one, they all will be up on the same event website for free with no registration, available for the next several months for you to return to. I just want to give a few announcements before we move to our closing, which I personally am so excited for. So just a reminder that there are lots of ways to learn with us here at the EdCollab during the year. You can download our services guide from our website. If you go to that pre-session link, Shauna Coppola and I are discussing some of the online learning ways we're connected, and you can see a link to download our services guide. There are ways we can work with you at your school, learn with us online, and we also have many other free events like the EdCollab gathering. One of those is our study series. I won't spend too much time on it here, but again, you can go to that pre-session to learn more. Julia Torres, one of our book ambassadors, will be joined by our other book ambassador, Joellen McCarthy, in February for Fall in Love with New to You books. So if you loved that session that many of you just attended with her, you can see her again there. And coming up in October is our session, Equity Literacy for Transformation, led by Val Brown and Dana Stakoyak. And there's many, many other sessions by incredible educators, authors. We hope that you'll be able to join us. As well, our virtual think tanks are open just for a few more weeks for registration. They're filling up fast now. If you'd like to learn with us in that way, you can learn more at that link on your screen. This is always a time to give some thanks. Oh, before I do, I should say, many of you have already been sharing using the hashtag the EdCollab gathering on Instagram. If you'd like to enter to win a free seat to that first study series session, please at any point today, follow us on Instagram, use that hashtag, and you'll be entered to win. It's been fun to see many of you from around the world, including someone's cat that was watching along today. So a huge thank you before we move ahead here. Thank you to all of you that spent this morning with us. Thank you to our presenters who made this day possible. And an especially humongous thank you to our incredible tech team. Carolyn Hilarious, who helps to organize our tech team and has for several years now to make this free, inspiring day possible. And then all the members of this fall's tech team, Diana, Jessica, Kristen, Elsa, Brittany, thank you to all of you. If it weren't for these educators volunteering their time, in addition to all the busy educator stuff that they do, this day just wouldn't happen in the way that it does. So thank you to all of you for making this a powerful way to learn together. And again, thanks to all of you who presented today and to all of you who joined in and watched along with us as well. So it's time for a big announcement. Our next gathering, we always wait till the end to welcome you to our spring gathering, and that will happen on April 6th. So April 6th, we are delighted to be joined by Charles R. Smith Jr. He will be our opening keynote for the day. Charles R. Smith Jr., you can find him at CRSJR on Twitter. He is a multi-award-winning author of many books. I think it's over 30 now, books for children, young adults, and classrooms. Some of his books that you likely have in your own classroom or perhaps even at home: 12 Rounds to Glory, The Story of Muhammad Ali, 28 Days, Moments in Black History That Changed the World, Brick by Brick, Stars in the Shadows, and many more. In addition to being an incredible author, Charles R. Smith Jr. is also a health advocate. He has appeared on American Ninja Warrior. He does a lot of work around fitness and health for children and adults. He's an advocate for social justice and will just be an incredible speaker to launch our spring gathering coming up in just a few months. And so don't only mark April 6th on your calendar, we also would like you to propose a session as well too. The EdCollab gathering happens because all of you are a part of it, because you add your voices to the day to share the incredible work of your schools, your classrooms, those of you that are authors, the text that you're working on, and certainly students like we saw today. So right now, proposals are open. You can, on the top of our gathering webpage, find the link. If you follow that link, I think it's the Get Involved, and then you can click on the proposal link there. When you follow that, you will find two different types of proposals. One is to propose a session. Another is to join the tech team, to be some of the people that do the behind the scenes work here to make this day possible. The proposals are open until November 10th. So a bit over a month that you have to decide on how you'd like to share your work with the world. But we certainly hope that you will join us and be a part of the incredible, inspiring work that we do. I also realized here that I had these slides up, and I don't think I put them back up. So here we are. So there's that slide, and here's the photo of Charles. Sorry, I didn't have that up. So there's Charles and many of his books. So April 6th is the big day that you can join us, and we hope that you will be a part of the work that we're doing on April 6th. So we will see you then. Please mark your calendars. So it is a great pleasure of mine, and really someone that I have been admiring the work of along with her family for quite some time. So I'd like to give just a tiny little bit of a gushing over how incredible I think our closing speaker is, and then I'll introduce both of them in just a moment. So as you know, Flint, Michigan has been in crisis. It's been in crisis, the children and families of the community, because of decisions of adults. Because adults in government and in business decided that they could maybe do things better, they thought. And through those adults' decisions, it created a situation that not only changed the way that families worked and lived inside of Flint, Michigan, but for many children and young adults and adults in their community, even changed them physically through poison in their water, through new ways that they had to interact and live inside of their community. Back in 2011, the government of the state of Michigan decided that they thought they knew better and that they would take over for the local community, seizing control of that that city's finances and the ways that their government worked. And then over the course of just a few years, a decision was made that one of the ways the government thought they knew better than the people in the actual community was that they would change the water system there, going from the Great Lakes water supply to a different supply that they thought could save them money. So in about 2014, I believe it was, a crisis began in Flint. Around that same time, many people began to speak up. One of them is this afternoon's speaker, Mari Copeny. Mari, Little Miss Flint, through the support of her family, you may see right next to Mari is her mother, Louie, went on Twitter. Many of you follow her. If you don't, make sure you do, at Little Miss Flint, though I'm certain you already do, and began to document their lives inside of Flint, Michigan, but not only document their lives, but to demand change and justice. Over time, I have been inspired and moved and have, I feel like everywhere I go, shared Mari's story, even though we've never met before, shared the work that she was doing, because not only was she documenting as a form of activism, Mari and her family were also reaching out to ask for support and creating change in their own communities as well. I asked just before we went on what they'd like to share. One is the charity, which we'll add to our charity page, Pack Your Back. It's an organization that helps to find supplies and build backpacks for children. If you followed Mari for multiple years, as I have, you know that she, at kind of the summer leading into it, asked for donations to Pack Your Back and helps to fill backpacks for children in the city. She's also filled theaters for children to celebrate the Black Panthers release and has brought students there. She's brought kids in Flint, Michigan to celebrate her birthday in big and exciting ways. Today, Mari is actually coming to us live from the Tom's, you know, that shoe company, Tom's headquarters, where there's an event happening to support young adult activists. And so Mari is there, and we're so grateful that she's spending time outside of it. I have my Don't Forget Flint shirt here. If you follow Mari, she and her family will post ways that you can raise money to support the community of Flint, and this was one of them. You also can find more about Mari at maricopeny.com. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce one of our book ambassadors, Julia Torres, who will be in conversation with Mari. So Julia, welcome. Mari, welcome. Louis, welcome as well. And Julia, I think you just have to unmute. There you are. Hi. Hi.
Hi. How are things?
Great, thank you. And thank you for joining us. And hi, Mari.
Hello.
So I'll turn it over to you. Thank you both for being here.
Okay, I'm excited to be here. One of the things that made me so excited about this is that I'm really passionate about young people who decide that they're just not going to let anything keep them from standing up and changing the world so that it will reflect the type of world that they want to live in. And I definitely see you, Mari, as one of those people who doesn't let anything stand in your way. And you definitely had my vote for president a long time ago. So I'm really excited to be able to share you with the world and just facilitate the conversation. I'll just ask you some questions, and then I just want you to answer, as truthfully as you can, and as openly as you feel comfortable doing. But this is your space, so I definitely don't want to take it over. I want to facilitate you being able to share yourself with the world. Sound good? All right, let's do this. So the first question that I wanted to ask you is about some of the books that you have read throughout your life so far that have made the most impact for you. What are some of the books you remember loving the most?
I think some of the books I remember the most reading was, so sometimes I like reading comic books and manga, and sometimes I like reading chapter books, but I think the most favorite chapter book that I remember reading was, what was it? It wasn't Week One Time. It was something by one black author. But Not Buddy, yeah.
Yes. That was
in the other one, I forgot what the other one's called, but about the same thing, But Not Buddy, and I forgot. But those are the two I remember reading. And the Misfits Club.
That one's really popular, Bud Not Buddy. Can you tell me about any comics that you like to read?
Some of the comics I like to read, I do like reading the Black Panther comic, though. And the Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur ones.
Nice. What do you like about the Black Panther comic?
All the graphics and the art style.
Yeah, me too. Did you go see the movie?
Yes, I've seen it a lot of times.
Yeah, I have as well. I watch it on the airplane whenever I get the chance to. And I love that there's so many different things about it that are fantastic, including the music and then just the way it looks and how hopeful it is. So yeah, I'm with you on that. What do you think that teachers should know about kids and reading?
I think teachers should know about kids and reading is that sometimes kids might want to read like a little bit more books because some kids don't like reading books and stuff because they think it's boring and that they need to be doing something else instead of reading. But reading is actually really important because some of the words can really help your mind. So I think teachers should know that make the children read more books.
So if I get a kid and they tell me reading is boring, I don't want to do it, what can I tell them that will help them not feel that way?
Well, just tell the child to read more books.
You think it gets less boring the more you do it?
Yeah.
I think so too. So can you tell me about your favorite author? Who would your favorite author be right now?
Favorite author? My favorite author would be I remember it. It's a manga artist. Oh. It's her name is Misako Yugani, I think. But she writes all the Sailor Moon mangas and many more mangas too.
So one of the things that has happened as I've been buying books for my library, everybody likes manga. That's all folks want. And I just feel like I need to read some manga because
it's actually super nice. Most mangas are black and white. It's like black and white style. So
you read it from back to front, yes?
It's Japanese style. Most people are like, no, you're reading it backwards. If you look on the one page in the far back, you see it says you're reading this wrong, and it tells you the page's numbers.
So, what do you like about it specifically? Like, what is your favorite manga series? One that I just have to read?
I think you have to read the My Hero Academia manga series, like all of it.
Are there a
Get all
lot?
the books. I actually forgot, but I was reading the online manga one. But there you can read them online or get the books up inside a store, like Barnes and Noble, like any bookstore that carries manga is at the manga selection.
So let me ask you this: if there was a story and it was written by an American author, and it's actually a story like one that's old, but they updated it and made it into a manga version, do you think that kids would like that?
Maybe. I mean, most kids don't really know what manga is. They usually see, oh, you're reading a comic book. Comics and mangas are kind of the same thing, but not really. Because manga reads back to front and comic books read front to back. Wait, does that make sense? Okay.
It does. It does. I'm feeling like I need to get my manga game together. I need to find some series and I need to learn about them and figure out who some of these authors are. So I'm going to work on that and I will report back once I have read some manga.
Okay.
Another question, if you're up for it. I'm curious about what one memory is that you have of feeling seen, or like some kind of memory that you have of a good experience in school. Like when a teacher did something, they just got it right.
I actually, what was the question? What was the question? It was the one question with the teacher thingy.
What do teachers need to know?
It was a question about a thing a teacher did that just really
A
made
thing that a teacher did.
Okay.
I actually don't know, cause like.
Miss Shins, Mr. Kronk.
But yeah, but like I don't know what they did. I mean, okay, so my teacher, Miss Shams, my old 5th grade teacher, Miss Shams, she came to some campaign rallies.
Yeah, she's one
Oh. So she came and supported the work. She was out there in the streets with you. Okay, I like that. Anything else you want to tell us about something a teacher did that just really made you feel seen or loved or respected? Okay, cool.
Good. Cool.
So what, if you could go any place in the world with your message, you know, you like to be in the streets and spreading the message about civic involvement and environmental justice and all of those good things. If there's one place else in the world where you could go, where would it be?
Everywhere.
Everywhere?
And every country, every state.
The world tour?
Yes. World tour.
So where would you go first?
I actually don't know. Like that. Like that's like a hard question. I don't even know. Like, what country should I go to first? There's so many.
Yeah, there are.
Really? That wouldn't be your first stop?
Okay, Japan would be my first stop.
What? Any particular reason?
To try their food.
Ooh. Do you like sushi?
Yes.
Me too.
Just not the raw fish ones. Eat like the California ones. The ones that have cooked crab meat inside of them with rice, avocado, and cucumber.
You like the roll? Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. So tell us a little bit about a project that you're currently working on that you want us to know about so we could support and help you. What's something that you're working on right now?
A giant Christmas giveaway. We did this last year too, that we gave out a whole bunch of toys to Flint kids and gave them like a Christmas party. And this was like all before, no, it was after before.
It was a couple days before.
It was a couple days before Christmas.
This year you're going like $80,000.
Yeah, we're doing $80,000 in toys this year. Yeah.
How do you get all of that? How do you get $80,000 worth of toys?
From GoFundMe and when we put up a thingy, like a page for it, and then people just start donating.
And what was the event like last year? Like, did they show up and there was
a whole bunch of kids showed up and they were so happy, like so happy.
Wow, that's amazing. How did you get to choose who got to go?
Well, actually, we didn't choose. Like, we didn't choose who got to go. We put it on the internet, like social media, and people just showed up.
Oh, very cool. I like that. So if we want to donate, then we just look on your social media for the GoFundMe, and that's how we can support?
Yeah.
Okay, you got it. So can you tell me one thing that teachers should know about public education from your view? Like, what's something that we could do differently that you would most want to see be different?
I think technology would work because instead of doing work on paper and wasting paper, do it on the internet.
Do you like to do things on like a Chromebook or?
Yeah, we have Chromebooks at our school.
Mm-hmm. We did too. We got really lucky because several years ago we didn't have anything, and I just had a whiteboard and I was writing on the whiteboard, and I would like put the projector on the whiteboard and then had to write there. But then we got Chromebooks and it became like a whole new world for
a whole new world.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever read books on your Chromebook?
No.
No. Most of my students like to read on their phone.
It's only if it's one of the reading thingies, like reading websites on it, and I forgot what it's called, but there's a whole bunch of books on it, and you earn like badges and points. We used to do it all upside of 3rd grade. I forgot what it's called. It's a reading site though.
It's a reading tab.
No, it's a reading site on the Chromebook. Cool. So
you encourage folks to use more technology, and that will really help for kids to feel like school is a place for them, huh?
Yes, very.
So one of the things that I always wonder when I see you out there in the world making moves is who is a person that you've met that you were impressed by? Because I feel like you are honest about these things.
I think Yara Shahidi, because even though she's young, she's still making a big difference inside the world.
Yes.
Yeah, because she got all of us here.
Yes. Yeah, she's incredible. I have not met nearly as many people as you have. I'm so impressed when you're out there, how you're able to get people rallied behind your work and behind your cause, because I think that's really important too, to be able to like get people to believe in your mission so that they can support you. And I definitely know you have a lot of educators who really are very impressed with the work you've been doing, who want to support you. So who is one person, living or dead, that you would love to have a conversation with?
Martin Luther King Jr., because he gives great wisdom. Like, he has wisdom. Like, literally, like, even inside his speeches, he just has all that wisdom and knowledge.
Did you ever read Letter from Birmingham Jail?
No.
That
I
one,
haven't.
I think you'll really like it.
Should I?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I think you'll really like Letter from Birmingham Jail. And there's a speech on YouTube that I think you might really like, where he's talking about, it's one of the last speeches he gave, but he's talking about, you can just search up mountaintop speech. And if you watch that, I think you're really going to be touched by, when I show it to my students, they always like the way he sounds because he was a preacher, you know, so he has that ability. Mm-hmm. That's it. It was a speech, but he was moving people with his tone and his word choice. So I think you'll really like that. What would you ask him if you could? One thing, one question for Martin Luther King, if you could ask him anything.
I actually don't know like what I would ask him. Literally.
That's hard. There's a lot,
Yeah,
right?
it's
You would
hard.
just want to
Yeah.
sit down and have a conversation with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a combo.
So if there's one project that you would like to work on, but it has to wait until you're older, what could we do right now to help you get started? Anything in particular that you can think of?
No.
Long term, should we get more voters out so that when you
Yes.
run for president, they're
Yes.
all ready?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Get some more folks out for the vote? Okay. I would love a t-shirt that just has your face and then the year that you're going to run. I'll wear it everywhere. So three things, Mari, before we take some questions from folks who are watching us. What are three things you think kids would most like their teachers and adults to know? So pieces of advice.
You're smart. You're smart.
Do you think that teachers could really benefit from maybe listening more to kids instead of
Yeah.
so much?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Any other ideas for how we can make kids feel empowered and help them turn into, activists like you?
Just pay attention up inside of class. Literally, just pay attention up inside of class.
Yeah.
You pay attention more than you learn more.
Yeah. So the audience has some questions for you. Is it okay if we start answering some of those?
3 questions.
3?
Okay. Yeah, 3. 3 questions from the audience.
Okay. They want to know, how is life now in Flint? What has changed and what has stayed the same? You want me to repeat it?
That question's weird.
What was it?
How has
Why
life?
here?
How is life now in Flint?
How's life in Flint?
Yeah.
The same as it's been the past 4 years.
The same as it. This. How do
It's
I
the
say
same.
that?
The same as it's been the past few years.
The same has.
Okay.
The same as it's been the past few years.
You're still using bottled water.
We're still using bottled water.
Still using shower filters.
Still using shower filters.
Still can't drink from tap.
Still can't drink from tap. Nothing has changed.
So what can people do outside who don't live in Flint to support a little faster movement with the changes?
Donate water.
What's the best way to do that?
Control like our water distributions and some of our events.
Okay.
Cool.
Can we find information about that on your website?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So we can donate water. Anything else you can think of that teachers or anyone else can do to help the immediate situation? We can support your GoFundMe, right?
Yeah.
So we can do that. What about the backpack, the Fill Up Backpack initiative? Can we help with that at all?
Yeah.
We just look to your website? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like, I don't know if we have, that was quite a few questions, all kind of jumbled into one. Sorry to hit you with so many like that. I think we have time for one more. Are you up for it? No?
No.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
That's okay. I want you to be honest.
I'm sorry, who asked the question, but I'm sorry.
I want you to be honest. I think we all do.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful to have the chance to be able to talk to you. It's an honor. And I hope that we can keep working together to try to make some positive change. I still can't believe that things have not changed as much as they should have with the amount of time that has gone by. And I'm sure you're with me on that. But I know that we can work together, and especially getting some folks out for the vote. I know we can work together to change things for the future. So, Chris, I see you're back. Yes?
Yep. Thank you very much.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Mari. Thank you to your mom
You're
as well. I
welcome.
know she's next to you. Thanks for spending this afternoon with us, and enjoy the rest of your event at Tom's.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And thank you, Julia, so much for leading this conversation this afternoon for us. And to all of you who spent the day with us, just a few reminders that our next gathering is coming up on April 6th. We hope you can join us then, where Charles R. Smith will be our opening keynote. And we would love for you to present with us as well. We are accepting proposals right now. If you go to the top of our gathering page, I think it's in the Get Involved drop down, you'll see proposal. The proposals are open until November 10th. So if you, your students, your community, the people around you, or if you're an author or artist or anyone that would like to share your work in literacy and social justice and reading and writing with the world, we'd love to have you join us. So please do consider submitting a proposal. And I will share the advice that some other educators have shared in the past. Even if you're not sure if you should, because we really would like to have you share your voice with all of us. So thanks to everyone who made this day possible. Thank you again to Mari, to Louis, to Julia for making this final session important and powerful for us. And thanks to all of you for all you do for your students, for your colleagues, for your community. And have a great rest of your day, everyone. Take care. Bye, everyone.